He plays about a family. And now the first of 3 plays about a family at home and at work in the series about going to work.
Ah, Gary, good timing, lad. Tell me if the brake lights are coming on now.
Mum wants you indoors, Dad.
This won't take a minute. How's that?
The left's okay, but the right's still not working. Whoop.
Oh, what happened to you?
Oh, Baz let me have a go on one of his bikes. It was great.
You're not supposed to be on a motorbike till you're 16.
Serve you right if you get nicked.
It was on private land. That's legal, that is.
Well, how'd you rip your jeans?
Oh, I turned a bit sharp. I've got the hang of it now, though. I reckon you ought to get one for my birthday.
You give Mum a heart attack.
So you're only allowed 50 cc's. 30 miles an hour. I'm not going to come to much harm like that, am I?
We can't afford it, Eddie.
It'd save on bus fares.
Look, you two are supposed to be in the house and cleaned up. Mum's orders.
Can I have one then, eh? A motorbike, you'd only be alone. I'll pay you back as soon as I get a job.
Eddie, if this doesn't get through its MOT, we won't even have a car come Monday morning.
Hey! Right.
Ah, so we're 3 hours on the motorway. Not bad going, eh?
Oh, great car, Steve.
Hey, will you take us on a run in it later, Steve?
I can.
Hey, Steve.
Hi. Hello, little one.
All right.
How are you?
Hi, Baz. Nice to see you.
Hello, Dad. Lovely to see you.
And you, love.
Hello, Jason's been as good as gold all the way. Not a peep out of him. Lunch is nearly ready. How are you?
Ah, fine. Oh, nice to see. Now let me see my kids. And how is it all?
Always something doing a car, isn't it?
Go on, you take it.
Right, let's give this one last try, Gary. Okay. How's that now?
No, the right's still not working.
It's always something to do in a car, isn't there?
And this old heap's held together with sticky tape and string.
But take my tip, Mr. Woodthorpe. Use it as a trade-in. Cheaper in the long run. Once they start giving you trouble, there's no end to it. Of course, it's not something I have to worry about now that I've got a company car.
Come on, Dad.
This is lovely.
Are you enjoying
Any
it?
seconds?
So, mind your manners, Edward. We've got guests.
She's not a guest. She's my sister.
No, I won't have any more, man.
You
Thanks.
sure? Mind you, you've got your figure back very quickly after the baby.
Oh, that's me working us so hard.
Oh, Stephen.
You'll have a lot to do when you move into a new place, I suppose.
Looking forward to it, though.
Leave some for me, you pig.
Now then, you two, don't start squabbling. I'm glad to hear you've got promotion in the offing, Stephen. I keep telling these two, work hard and you'll get your reward.
Have you heard about your A-levels yet, Gary?
Any day now.
Qualifications are so important these days, aren't they? I wish Edward was more academic. I mean, not everyone's as lucky as you, Stephen.
There's a lot of people with nothing to look forward to but the dole.
Well, you've got to take your chances these days. That's what my boss says. Most firms in our line are cutting back, but he's actually going for new finance, trying to expand.
Oh.
Yes, well, if you'll excuse me, I'd better get back to the car. Otherwise, it'll never get through its MOT.
I hope you'll give these boys some advice while you're up here, Stephen.
Oh, I'd be glad to, Mrs. Woodthorpe.
I mean, they've no idea at all what things will be like outside of school.
Well, it's no picnic, of course, but like I said, you've got to take your chances. If this new deal goes through, I'll have 20 staff under me instead of 8.
Oh, that's marvellous.
Oh, which reminds me, can I use your phone later? Check with the boss how things are going.
Yes, of course.
This isn't a cafeteria, you know.
I missed my breakfast. Don't all?
No, I don't. I don't want my office smelling like a chip shop either. Just dump the paper in the bin outside, will you?
All right, keep your hair on.
Right, let's get started, shall we? You fill in that form I gave you. Eddie, I got a lot of kids to see this morning. Say something if it's only goodbye.
Sorry. My mum taught me never to speak with my mouth full.
So where is it?
What?
The form.
Oh, I lost it, sorry.
Do you want me to help you fill it in?
Oh, what's the point?
To find you a job? That's what I'm here for. This is a careers office, remember? The form will tell me what you're interested in, what you're good at, what direction you want to go in.
I reckon I'd like to work in a careers office. All the kids on the dole, it's got to be a pretty secure job, eh?
It's no picnic, Eddie. Especially when kids like you come in pretending they're Coco the Clown. Besides, you haven't got the qualifications.
I know. It's the same with anything I want to do. So what's the point in filling in another flaming form?
Well, there are still some jobs for people without exam passes and training schemes.
Some of this is stupid. What do they want to know if I'm left or right-handed for?
Well, most industrial machinery is made for right-handed people. Can make a big difference on an assembly line.
I'm not working in a factory anyway, so I can leave that one out.
Eddie, I don't like wasting my time, so we'll use this interview to get one idea into your head. It's not just what you want, it's what you can get. You're one school leaver in an army of school leavers chasing too few jobs. It's serious. You're not in the playground anymore. Nobody thinks you're Jack the Lad when you lark around. You've got to book your ideas up. You won't last 2 minutes in a job with your attitude. Right. I want to see you in this office the same time tomorrow with that form filled in.
Oh.
Neat and tidy, without a bag of chips or a pickled onion in your hand. And we're going to set about finding you a job. Now, it just might not be chairman of ICI or motor racing at Brands Hatch. But if you come in with the right attitude, we're halfway there. Now, have you got that?
Yes, sir. Can I go now?
Send the next one in.
It's a bit of a funny time, really. I don't know where I'll be come October.
Well, he's had 2 acceptances.
Yeah, they're dependent on what grades I get, though, Mum.
I'm sure he's done well. Worked ever so hard for those exams.
Good lad. What happens if you don't do as well as you expect, though?
You go into something called clearing. The people with the best grades get their first choices, and they match the rest up with what's left over. Trouble is, there seem to be less and less places to go around every year.
I'm hoping you'll go to the Poly. Then you can live at home.
Too tied to Mummy's apron strings, are we?
Get off.
Much more practical staying here. I've spoiled them. They wouldn't begin to know how to look after themselves.
Well, you'll have to learn sometime, Mrs. W.
I always had to help out round the house.
Different for a girl, isn't it? Besides, Gary'll have enough to cope with his course.
What will you be studying?
Accountancy.
Oh, good idea. Go where the money is, that's what my boss always says.
Doesn't seem to have done you any harm.
No, we can't complain, can we, love? Good basic, good commission, good prospects, and a company car thrown in.
Well, you've earned it, love.
Kay's right. How was your boss when you phoned him?
Oh, tied up in a meeting. Evenings, weekends, there's no overtime when you're management. I'll try him again later if that's okay.
Oh, of course. Hello, love. I'll be making a fresh pot in just a minute.
Not for me, love. I've only got a minute. I'm on second shift. I've come back to phone Mr. Jarvis.
Hey, nothing wrong, is there?
Yeah, that flaming heap failed its MOT. If we can fix it in time, they'll give it another go on Monday.
I keep telling him, it's cheaper to trade it in the long run.
Gary,
What?
you get me down with this?
I'm playing Monopoly.
It won't take a minute.
Then get on with it. I've just got hotels on Mayfair and Park Lane.
Congratulations. Will you help, Steve?
Oh, what's it about?
It's for my careers office. He'll get spare if I don't hand it in tomorrow.
No, you've got to fill this out yourself, Eddie. He wants to know about you, not me. Charles. You have won a crossword competition, collect £100.
Well done.
Well, that's more than Eddie'll ever do with his spelling. There you go.
Funny man.
Eddie, ask your dad and Mr. Jarvis if they want anything. They've been out there for hours.
OK, Mum. Look, will you fill this in for me while I do?
Well, you have haven't even filled in your name and address yet.
I know, but your handwriting's so much neater than mine. I want to make a good impression, don't I?
Eddie, you've got to make the effort. Now get your pen ready, come on.
Mayfair with a hotel.
You done some more time? Yeah.
Come on, Dad. Yeah.
I think it's here, Gary. Oh. Shall I open it for you?
I can manage, thanks.
Well, come on then, don't keep us all in suspense.
Yeah, will you be going to the Polly or not?
Doesn't look like it.
You never know, though. Sometimes they accept you, even if your grades aren't quite up to scratch.
I'm just going out for a walk, okay?
Hey, Gary.
Think he's failed the lot?
Oh, way up. It's a security patrol.
Yeah?
Mum sent you to find me, didn't she?
Listen, mate, you were the last person I wanted to see.
Charming. Do you want Sony?
Ta. You been raiding my larder?
Might as well be hung for a sheep as a lamb. Mum will go potty when she is. I didn't go down the careers office.
Well, I'll give you a hand filling that form in if you like.
Mum did it.
So why didn't you go?
What's the point? There's nothing they can do. Teachers, careers officers. They think they're somewhat special, but they're just the same as you and me, really.
Eh?
They can't make jobs that aren't there. They keep spouting the same stuff. If you're a good boy and you do all the right things, you'll be okay. They don't believe that. Not really. They're just crossing their fingers and hoping something will turn up.
You caught anything yet?
Haven't got any bait. You'll be all right. 3 years at college and you'll be dripping qualifications like confetti.
Not anymore.
You what?
I failed a lot.
Join the club, mate. Join the flaming club.
Give those teachers a piece of my mind. It's their responsibility, you know. They're the ones who've let him down.
Well, maybe he's let himself down.
What?
Well, it might not do him any harm to see it like that. After all, we're all responsible for ourselves, really. Look, he's had a setback, that's all. Now it's up to him to pick himself up and start again.
Have a talk with him, will you, Stephen? I mean, he might listen to you.
Yeah, okay. Mind you, he might not be quite ready to listen to anyone yet, so it sort of depends how long we're here for.
Well, I hope you'll be here for a few days longer.
Well, I was expecting a phone call from my boss this morning. He's been seeing the finance people over the weekend. I expect once it's all sewn up, he'll be screaming for me to get back.
Steve's his right-hand man, you know. He relies on him a lot.
Yeah, would you mind if I used your phone again? See how things are going?
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, let me have a look at that little note. Oh, yes, come on, Oh, I forgot.
I thought I'd find you here.
Same place you sneak off to, eh?
It's not unknown, I grant you. Good place to do your thinking.
We haven't come up with much yet.
Well, there's not much point in going over the if-onlys. You know where you are, and you got a fair idea what you can do. Seems to me the best thing is to get on with it. Well, I'd better get that old heap down to the garage. Oh, I've some bait in the boot if you want it.
I reckon I ought to go back and face the music, eh?
Yeah, dinner will be up soon.
Nothing ever gets you down, does it, Dad?
Is that what you think?
I've never seen you lose your temper.
Yeah, even when you got put on short time, it was Mum that lost her rag about it, not you.
It doesn't mean to say you don't care about things just because you don't make a lot of noise about them. Besides, I had lots of jobs to do about the house, and I made sure I got overtime when I got back.
So what do you reckon I should do, Dad?
I'm no expert, but your 5 passes when you were 16, they've still got to be worth something. Talk to the careers officer. See what doors are still open. Might be more than you think.
Maybe.
It's always the same, though, ain't it? Be a good boy, do as they tell you. You end up just being a doormat.
Well, I'm not saying you're wrong, Eddie, but there's 2 ways. You can use the system and it uses you, or you can fight it. But that way you're on your own, and you can't complain if it hits your back.
You coming?
No. I've just remembered there's someone I want to see.
So, what can you get me?
Now, hold on a minute. We've got to sort out a few things first.
Okay, like what?
Well, first off, what about these A-levels? Have you thought about going to the Tech and sitting them again? It'll be the same syllabus next year. You'll just be going over work you've done before.
You've seen my grades. It's not exactly a near miss. Besides, suppose I went to the Tech and failed them again. Well, that'd be another year wasted.
I don't think education's ever wasted, Gary. I know it'd be hard to convince you of that at the moment. Talk to your teachers. See what they think about it. And if you do decide against it, we'll send you for some interviews. What sort of things are you interested in?
I don't really know anymore. Well, I had it all planned out, college and everything. That's all changed now.
Look, Gary, it's a pity you failed the A's, but it's not the end of the world. There are plenty of opportunities if you go for them. You can start in a firm a bit lower down than you expected, maybe, go to evening classes, get your qualifications, and work your way up. We might find someone who's interested in day release.
Yeah, spend the rest of my life at school, you mean?
The world's changing, Gary. Education's not going to finish at 16, 18, or even 21 now. That's part of what the new technology's all about. We've all got to learn to cope with it, even me. I still go on courses, you know. You've got to stop feeling sorry for yourself. We've got to look at the positive side. You got 5 passes at 16, including English and maths. Now, a lot of companies want them. You look presentable for interviews. You should see some of them I get in here. It's a wonder employers let them through the door, never mind give them a job.
Okay, I'll go and see him at the Tech. But evening classes sound a better bet to me.
Fair enough.
I want to be out and earning, though.
Most people your age do.
But it's got to be something with prospects. I don't mind working hard, as long as I know there's a point to it.
I must say, you're a bit of a contrast to your brother.
Do you mind if I give him another ring?
Yes, if you like, Steve. I thought he was going to ring you back, though.
Yeah, well, his secretary's a bit of a duffer, you know. I doubt if he even got the message.
Oh, yes. Well, help yourself.
Thanks.
Oh, Dad's back. Let's hope you had better luck this time.
Pass for flying colours.
So, we've got a car for another year, then. Something to be thankful for, I suppose.
I met Gary on the way back.
How did the interview go,
Oh, it
though?
was terrific. I feel a lot better about everything now.
You must tell me all about it.
Look, I'm just going to give her a bit of a polish up. She deserves it.
So what happens now, then?
Well, it's like the careers bloke said. I've got to look on the positive side. I've got 5 exam passes, and I'm willing to learn.
Of course you are, love. Gary's done really well on his careers interview, Stephen.
Oh, good.
And Dad's old banger passed the MOT, so they've got a car for another year.
That's more than we've got.
What are you talking about?
It's a company car, isn't it?
Stephen, what's happened?
It's sort of difficult to know where to start, really. The firm's going into liquidation.
But what about the expansion plans, and what about your promotion?
The finance didn't come through. We were relying on that money to keep going as well. Oh, it'd be redundancy money, of course, but by the time we've lost the deposit on the bungalow...
What are we going to do, Steve?
Hey, I've just had a bit of news.
Yeah, so have we.
Well, don't you want to hear about it?
Later, Eddie. We've got a lot to think about just at the moment.
Oh, terrific. You're always on me about what I do wrong. Now something's gone right, you don't want to know.
Tell us your news, Eddie.
Well, you know Stan at the bike shop?
Look,
Well,
you're not having a motorcycle, and that's fine.
I'm not talking about that. They're going to take on a couple of trainees. You know, one of them government schemes. Well, Stan's reckons he might be able to get me in. It's terrific, isn't it? Oh, we'll try and look a bit cheerful about it. That's what you're supposed to do with good news.